What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant. You're watching Sub Urban Nerd. This channel where I give my nerd views on today's nerd news. Well, we have a lot of news today, especially for specifically today because something big happens tonight. Well, it actually happened last night, but I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. But I'm gonna give you the nerd news for today. And today's first topic on the nerd rundown is Matt Reeves has been meeting with a bunch of actors for the role of Batman. In fact, yesterday I'd heard that Jake Gyllenhaal had met with Matt Reeves, maybe to play Batman, but he's not the front runner for the role of Batman yet. In fact, it's a little bit too early. They don't even have what they call a short list of people that they actually think might play Batman. So right now it's a little too early in the process for it. But as far as my opinion on that, I think it could work. Because I tell you right now, Jake Gyllenhaal is one of those actors that is what you call a chameleon. This guy can play anything. You look at him, a lot of people look at him like, nah, I don't think I can see him, but there's movies like Nightcrawler where he got so skinny and just played some creepy guy to the point where you don't even recognize it's Jake Gyllenhaal. Or he can get jacked up for like a movie like Southpaw. So you can definitely tell that if you need him to be bulky or to be jacked to play Batman, the dude can do that. The dude can transform his body just like he transformed his personality. In fact, I thought he would have been perfect for Joker before Jared Leto took over for that role. He could have been perfect for Joker. So as far as Batman, in the thumbnail, as you can see, he's got that suave look. Like he's just got those eyes and just got that jaw and the look that you could see him being a great Bruce Wayne. But at the same time, get darn down and gritty to be Batman and get really vicious. Because like I said, in Southpaw, he got himself jacked. In the ring, he was just on it. So as far as my opinion on maybe Jake Gyllenhaal being Batman, I wouldn't have no problem with it. Even though I would prefer Ben Affleck to stay as Batman because we haven't even got him in a full solo movie at least, by himself. Sure, he keeps talking about he's been Batman the most in the most films. Yeah, that don't mean nothing because you know what? If you're in a cameo for like five minutes in one movie and then you're in like half or maybe a third of another movie, and then in Justice League, this movie ain't about you. So granted, we see the whole movie, majority of the movie, it isn't about you. It's about your team. So as far as him bailing out, I would at least want him to do one, but I could understand because like I said, he's dealing with a lot of things, not just the fact that Warner Brothers or DC has no idea what they're doing, but they don't have a plan like Marvel does. So he definitely doesn't want to be in a sinking ship, but at the same time, he does have things that he's had to deal with in his family as far as divorce and just alcohol addiction and just things in general. So if he wants to bail out to focus more on the things that he's more passionate about, because like I said, taking on the role of Batman is a lot of work. It is a huge commitment because you got to do all these press conferences, you got to do all this thing, and then everybody's just asking you about Batman. They're not asking you about anything else. He's a award-winning director, but everybody just asks him when they see him, so what you gonna play the new Batman? What about the new Batman? What about the new Batman? So I could understand him bailing out and let someone else take it on. And Jake Gyllenhaal, if he is a front runner, even though they say there's no front runner, if he is, he's got my vote because I can see Jake Gyllenhaal doing great things as far as being a Batman. Next on the Nerd Rundown, we've got, according to THR, James Franco is he's in negotiations to play Multiple Man in a standalone X-Men Spinoff film. It's in development by the X-Men, the Dark Phoenix director Simon Kinberg, and it's being directed and written, I believe, produced and directed by him. The movie will follow the name of the guy, Multiple Man. His name is Jamie Madrox, aka Multiple Man, and basically his powers is he can control duplicates of himself. And I've done a little research and in fact he's one of the mutants that from birth has been able to activate this ability. In fact, Professor X has basically helped the family, and the family actually embraced their son, and Xavier's been there from his birth to help him just focus. He hasn't been in school except for in a few issues, a few different comics as far as X-Force, New Mutants, and if you saw him in X-Men Last Stand, which that was a great movie, but he was in there. But the character's kind of good. If you want similarities, think of Naruto. If you watch anime, there's this character in Naruto. He can make shadow clones of himself. Basically, does anything, sees anything, and whenever they disappear, he gains experience. And this is what this guy does. In fact, in the comics, he has multiples of himself around the world, just living a life. And then if any one of them dies, he feels a little bit of pain, but it isn't like damaging to him. So he could be anywhere at any time doing anything, which is kind of awesome. If another reference for if there's kids that's watching, if you watch Teen Titans Go, there's a character named Billy Numerous who multiplies himself. That's pretty much he's on the high five. That's pretty much a similarity as far as what Multiple Man does in the Marvel universe. So as far as James Franco being that, he's a good actor. He's proven himself enough times. Like, you know, he's been in enough movies where I've seen him, like, and I didn't think he was gonna be okay, and then it turned out to be really good. Like, he's legitimately a good actor. Like, he was in Rise of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and that was a good movie, and he was good in it. And he tends to be good in majority of the movies he's in. So, and the TV shows or whatever whatever he kind of dips his hands in, like from college, like people just looked at this guy, and granted it's overhyped or whatever, but he's a legitimate good actor, and I'm rooting for him. But except the one thing I have about this is, if you're going to do a spin-off of anybody in the X-Men universe, why him? It makes no sense. Why not James Franco? Why Multiple Man? It doesn't really make sense, because there's so many characters in the X-Men that you would think, like, granted they're supposed to be doing, you know, the Gambit movie with Shannon Tatum, but there's so many other characters other than Multiple Man. That's like out of left field. It doesn't make sense why you would choose a character like that to have a spin-off when you haven't even seen him or mentioned him or shown anything of him in this new X-Men universe. Granted, like I said, they're going to do an X-Force movie after the Deadpool movie. Maybe they'll have a little tie-in with that. I don't know how they plan on doing that. But regardless of the fact, like I said, it's a weird choice for me as far as who they're choosing for that. So, James Franco, I'm up for. Multiple Man, not too sure, because that character in general just doesn't make sense why you choose that. Next, actually, and it's the movie itself is going to be written by the writer of Wonder Woman, which is Alan Heinberg is his name, I believe. So if that guy's wrote the Wonder Woman movie, the movie might turn out pretty good. I don't know, maybe. Next on Nerd Rundown, we've got Comcast. Remember, I was talking earlier in the week or before about how Disney was trying to buy Fox. Well, I guess doing that sort of piqued the interest of other companies, because now Comcast is looking into acquiring Fox. I don't know for what, because I believe Disney was doing it for their streaming service. But now that, I guess, it's like that whole thing of, if you watch Stranger Things, all the way at the end, Dustin or whatever, when no girl wanted to dance with him, all of a sudden, the girl, Nancy, danced with him, and then all the girls are looking at him. That's sort of what happens. Like, you know, once someone shows interest, that's like, oh, they're showing interest. Now you start picking your interest, and you kind of like, yo, what do they see that we didn't see before? And you kind of try and think. I think that's what's happening with Comcast. Comcast sees that, oh, there might be a chance for Disney to acquire Fox, so why not us try and acquire Fox? Which I think none of that should, because Fox is not in trouble. Fox has no reason to sell anything. They have none. Only thing maybe Fantastic Four. Sell the rights to that back to Disney, whatever. But otherwise, Fox ain't failing. Fox is not drowning. They have a library. They like their channel. They pump out so many different series. Granted, a lot of them fail on Fox channel, but they continue to do movies. They continue to do shows. They continue to do so much things. I see no reason why Fox would ever contemplate even selling their whole company to another one. Money's money, yes. You got $1 billion, but except you guys make a lot of money too. So I don't know if they were supposed to be bought. I'm thinking you better be on a cusp of like $30 billion. That's the lowest I think they should even think of going, because they make that money on a regular. So that's what I feel as far as Comcast trying to get that. I don't really care. I don't really want them to do that, because Comcast, I think, would take it and then somehow do something that's going to charge people even more money, which I'm not down for, and you guys shouldn't be either. Next week on a Nerd Rundown, we've got, I'm trying to see if I can put into the notes down, description down below. But Fantastic Beasts 2, it actually has a picture of the cast, and it actually has a name, and it's called The Crimes of Grindelwald. And I don't know if they should have focused so much on having the title about Grindelwald, like Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Yes, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. You know, the Crimes of the Mysterious or something like that. Don't try to focus it around Grindelwald. Like, they really, to me, they shouldn't have done that, but we'll see. Next, I'm gonna just scroll down as far as what movies are coming out this week. I'm gonna start with the ones and then end off with the one that, you know, we're all thinking about, which is why, you know, I'm kind of rocking this. But one of the movies is called The Star, which is, it's like an animated movie about little baby Jesus, which I don't know, I didn't even see the trailer for that, but hey, that movie's coming out. We've got Wonder, which I'm not sure what that movie's about, but it's in the theaters. Like, there's a movie with Denzel Washington, Roman J. Israel. So I'm not too sure of what the story, but if you like Denzel, there's a movie with him in it. And then there's a movie called Revolt, which is basically like a war against aliens. You've got an American soldier, veteran that's teaming up with a French aide, and I guess they have to survive this whole alien invasion, which the picture looks interesting. I didn't even see the trailer. I'm trying to see, maybe I'll put a description down below with the link to the trailer to check it out. But what we're all here to talk about is Justice League. Justice League, I'm looking forward to it. I got my tickets for the D-Box to watch it with the seat shakes and all that, but I don't know. See, I got my shirt ready and stuff like that, and I'm probably going to do a review for it. So if anything, check out up here for the review if I put the link at it later and you guys watch this video later. But what I'm hearing is 4 out of 10 like the film, 6 out of 10 dislike it, and it's tracking to make $110 million, which is a lot lower than what Batman vs. Superman made, which was $166 million. So if it's tracking lower than Batman vs. Superman, that ain't good. Especially seeing how Wonder Woman did so great in the theaters, you'd figure that the trajectory would be up, and it just isn't, because on a Rotten Tomatoes score, it is 39% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not good at all. I'm not going in there trying to hate it, but I'm going in there, like I said, like I always do, with an open mind, and try and see the best I can see out of it. But if the movie's crap, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you it's crap. But I'm hoping it isn't, because like the people that I look to as far as reviews, they're all saying that they pretty much like it. So these other reviews might be just people being very critical of it. So I'll let you guys know. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is The Punisher. The Punisher comes out. It came out last night, so I'm going to be trying to watch it and binge it tonight. So anybody else that loved The Punisher in the season 2 of Daredevil, it's on there. So with Mark Bernthal, I believe his name. Yeah, he did a great job being a Punisher, and I just look forward to see even more grittiness and bloodiness and all that stuff. So, and like I said, Netflix, Marvel, they do pretty good, other than Iron Fist. Hopefully they'll correct that in season 2 or whatever. But that's pretty much it for the Nerd Rundown. Remember to like, tag, share it to your friends. Remember to subscribe. Check out you know, the playlist up for the whole week or whatever, and then check out yesterday's Nerd News. So remember, I'm Wes Grant. Thank you. You've been watching Suburban Nerd, and you've just been nerdified. Catch you tomorrow or Monday.